Everybody talks about the beaches when they talk about Destin. And don't get me wrong, the beaches here, they're incredible. But after helping hundreds of people relocate and purchase property on the Emerald Coast, I've learned something very interesting. The beach usually isn't the reason people stay, it's the lifestyle. It's the fact that life here feels like somebody took the volume knob on the stress and turned it down a few notches. And today, I'm sharing the 12 reasons people are moving to Destin, Florida. And I'm betting a few of these are definitely going to surprise you, because some of the biggest reasons have absolutely nothing to do with the beach. Let's get into it. Hey everyone, I'm Danny Wheels Margliano with World Impact Real Estate, DestinPropertyExpert.com, and Staytime Vacations. If you're ready to invest or make a move down here, hit me up. You can call, text, or email, and let's make it happen. My wife Michelle and I, we're local realtors here on the Emerald Coast of Florida, and we've been helping people just like you buy, sell, and invest all over from Destin, Miramar Beach, 30A, Panama City Beach, Freeport, and everywhere on the Emerald Coast. And if you're thinking about relocating or investing here, make sure to reach out before you buy, because every neighborhood is different, every HOA is different, every flood zone is different, and sometimes two homes on the same street, they can have completely different insurance costs. That's where local knowledge matters. We're going to start off with reason number 12. The water really is different. Now, I know this isn't all about the beach, but we've got to start somewhere. So the first time the people see the water in Destin, they think somebody's edited reality. I mean, seriously, it really looks fake. The water has this Caribbean color that most people only expect to see after they spend thousands of dollars on some kind of Caribbean vacation. Except here, it's in your backyard. I've had buyers from Tennessee, Texas, Illinois, Ohio, and Georgia literally stop talking mid-sentence when they first see the water here or walk onto the beach. It's like watching somebody see the Grand Canyon for the first time. Pictures don't do it justice, videos don't do it justice. You really have to stand there and see it for yourself. Reason number 11. There's no state income tax. Now, this isn't unique to Destin, but it absolutely matters, especially for retirees, business owners, and remote workers. And a lot of people moving here aren't necessarily trying to make more money, they're just trying to keep more of the money they've already been making. Think of it this way. Imagine getting a raise without asking your boss for one. That's what a lot of people feel like when they move to Florida. And while taxes should never be the only reason you move somewhere, it definitely helps when you're comparing states. Reason number 10, the airport. Okay, this one is probably one of the biggest things that really surprises relocation buyers. Everybody expects me to say beaches, but no one expects me to say airports. But honestly, the airport might be one of the most underrated reasons people do move here. Because once you've lived in a place where you can leave your house and be at the gate in about 30 minutes, it's hard to go back. Many people that are moving from, larger metro areas, they might be spending more time getting to the airport than the actual flight. So here, travel's surprisingly convenient. Don't get me wrong, the airport is small and it's regional, but there are tons of direct flights to other regional locations. And the Atlanta airport is only about an hour away. And from Atlanta, you can pretty much fly anywhere in the world. And remote workers or second home owners, snowbirds, business owners, it's a really nice advantage to have. You get that beach town feel while still staying connected to the major cities. Reason number 9, the boating lifestyle. This is where Destin really starts separating itself from a lot of other beach towns. In many places, boating is a recreational hobby. In Destin, boating becomes part of your life. People schedule weekends around it, and families, they build traditions around it. So friends gather around it, life revolves around the water. And what's really interesting is that many buyers don't even realize that they want a boat until they move here. Then 6 months later, they're sending me pictures from Crab Island. It's almost like the area slowly recruits you into the boating lifestyle. And eventually, you just stop fighting. Reason number 8, small town feel with the big lifestyle. This one catches people off guard. Destin gives you access to world-class amenities, restaurants, shopping, entertainment, fishing, boating, and tourism. Yet somehow, it still feels surprisingly small. You'll be recognizing people, you'll be running into neighbors, and you see familiar faces when you're just out and about here. And in today's world, that's something rare. It's kind of like having access to a major resort without having to live in a major city. You get many of the benefits without most of the headaches. Reason number 7, healthcare is better than most people expect. One concern that I hear all the time is, Danny, is healthcare going to be a problem? And honestly, most people are pleasantly surprised. The Fort Walton Beach, Destin, and Niceville areas, they offer some significantly better healthcare options than many people expect in a small coastal community, especially compared to some of the smaller beach towns throughout Florida. Now, don't get me wrong, this is not Destin or Dallas. We're not going to have huge specialty centers, but our normal day-to-day healthcare, our general physicians, we do have some really good specialists, but not to the level of some of the big cities. But we have pretty good healthcare, and it's been getting better with more people relocating each year. So for most families and retirees, healthcare access ends up being much better than you initially feared. Are you thinking about relocating to the Emerald Coast of Florida? I've got just the thing for you. My team and I have actually taken the time to create the ultimate relocation guide, which is meant to save you hours of research. And I've linked it right below. From top employers to the best hospitals and a boatload of other stuff that you really need to know before making the move. The best part is this guide is 100% free. That's right, you heard it right, 100% free. Just click on the link in the description or in the top pinned comment. I hope this helps. Reason number 6, you actually use your life more. This might sound weird, but I think it's my favorite reason on the entire list. People don't just move here, they start living differently. Back where they came from, well, they spent weekends inside, watching TV, running errands, waiting for the weather. Here, people start doing things: morning walks, boating, fishing, golfing, paddleboarding, exercising, living. And my favorite thing is watching beach sunsets. Okay, so it's like someone just suddenly added extra hours to the weekend. The weather becomes an invitation instead of an obstacle. And that change somehow affects people's lives in a way that you really just never could understand until you actually are part of it. Reason number 5, investment opportunities. Okay, so now let's talk to the investors for a minute. Destin continues to attract millions of visitors each year, and that creates opportunity. But here's what most YouTube videos fail to tell you. Not every condo is a good investment. Not every neighborhood allows short-term rentals. Not every HOA permits to do short-term rentals or permits you to do what you think. This is where people get in trouble. The difference between a great investment and a disappointing investment can literally be one HOA document. That's why before anybody buys an investment property, I always encourage them to verify real estate restrictions, HOA rules, occupancy limits, and local regulations. Because assumptions can get expensive, and I mean really expensive. So if you're considering buying a second home, a vacation rental, or investment property anywhere along the Emerald Coast, that's one of the biggest reasons people call us. So pick up that phone, here's the number. We help people avoid expensive surprises before they happen. Reason number 4, the location. Destin is like the hub in the middle of the wheel. You can easily access places like 30A, Miramar Beach, Niceville, Fort Walton Beach, and Panama City Beach, even Pensacola, and everywhere in between. So, even if you don't spend every day in Destin itself, you have an entire Emerald Coast within your reach. And that flexibility becomes incredibly valuable when you live here. Reason number 3, the economy isn't just tourism. A lot of people just assume that this area survives entirely on tourism, but it's not actually true. The military presence here is enormous. We have Eglin Air Force Base, Herbert Field, defense contractors, aerospace engineers. We have healthcare, construction, real estate, hospitality. There are just multiple economic engines running entirely together. And for many buyers, they really can appreciate that. It adds security to the economy here. Okay, we're getting down to it. We're on number 2, and that's lifestyle value. This is really important. This is where a lot of people have their really aha moment. And many buyers look at South Florida first, maybe Naples or Fort Lauderdale, Boca, Miami, and then they start comparing. And then they realize that they can often get a lot more house, a lot less congestion, and a lot more relaxation and lifestyle here in the Destin area. It's like finding first-class seats for the price of premium economy. You still get coastal living, you still get beautiful water. Actually, you get the most beautiful water. But many people feel the overall value proposition here, it's just stronger. Now, reason number 1, the lifestyle reset. This is the real reason. The reason behind all the other reasons. Most people aren't moving here because they're chasing a house. They're chasing a feeling, a lifestyle. They're chasing more family time, more family dinners, more sunsets, more weekends, more freedom, just more experiences in life. I've had countless clients tell me the same thing. Danny, I wish that we would have done this sooner. And it's not because of the square footage. It's not because really the countertops or because of the zip code or it's anything else. It's really because their life has changed. Imagine spending years sprinting on a treadmill. And then one day you step off and realize there's a beach right outside. That's what moving to Destin feels like for a lot of people. It's not retirement, it's not vacation. It's simply creating a lifestyle that you don't constantly need a vacation from. And for many people, that's the biggest reason of all. Now, is Destin perfect? No, nowhere is. Traffic gets busy, insurance costs matter, flood zones matter. The tourism can be, it gets frustrating in peak season when you live here. And there are definitely areas that fit some buyers better than others. But for the right person, Destin can absolutely be incredible. And after helping people relocate here for years, I've seen firsthand how life can change when somebody finds the right community. So, if you're thinking about moving to Destin, Miramar Beach, 30A, Niceville, Freeport, Fort Walton, or anywhere on Florida's Emerald Coast, Michelle and I would love to help. You can call, text, email. Check it out. It's right on the screen. Okay? We'd love to help you. And even if you have some questions, you can just give us a call. We'll help you build a plan. And if you've enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe because we've got a lot more videos coming about the Emerald Coast. And make sure to hit that like button, the thumbs up. And if you have any questions, put them in the comments. And lastly, we want to make sure you watch one more video. And this one is the dark side of Destin, because before you make a move, you need to know both sides of the story. We'll see you on the next one.